Good evening, VPG! Welcome to Thursday night stream, the final stream of the week. And as per usual, it's 4 absolute bangers coming up. So let's go round the houses because we are just a couple of minutes from the first game. And that first game is Bonus Hunters taking on Class. Bonus Hunters' first appearance on the stream this season. What absolute crime that is. They are 3rd place. Class down in 5th. Last season's 2nd place on goal difference only. So they'll be looking to change that rather quickly, I would imagine. Moving then swiftly on to another UK Premier game, and it is Primal taking on Focus. A repeat of that game earlier on in the season. We lost that game at halftime. It went on to be a 3-2 banger, which we know Focus absolutely love. Is there going to be another 3-2? Find out at 8:30. Moving on to the big boys then, it is the VPG Esports Premier straight after that, 9:15. Don't pay attention to the time. Focus One Mind, who are in subliminal form at the moment, taking on channel favorites or most streamed team this season, Prolific. They are unbeaten in 5 on stream this season. Something has to give, or it could be a draw, I guess. And then the main event of the evening, 9:15 or thereabouts, closer to 9:30 probably. It is the other German derby. It is Digital Sports taking on Braunschweig, and two massive teams, and Digital. I feel like we've got blood on our hands with Digital. More about that later on, but there are your 4 games. Make sure you stay tuned for the whole night. Make sure if you're not already subscribed, you are subscribing now and liking now, all that good stuff, so we can just have a peaceful night's sleep. Right then, let's do this, shall we? It is Bonus Hunters, the return of Bonus Hunters. Haven't seen them since last season, and they're doing pretty well. Digital tell you that being on stream is tough work, so maybe they've done well because they haven't been streamed. But 3rd place in VPG UK Premier is no mean feat, and they seem to be doing phenomenally well, so we're going to be showing them whether they like it or not. And we do have a cheeky little table actually, which we don't usually have for the UK Prem, but there are 2 UK Prem games on tonight, so there is the table as well. Confirmation of Bonus Hunters 3rd, taking on Class in 5th position. 5th position is where Bonus Hunters came last season, and of course, as I mentioned in the intro, Class 2nd place by goal difference only, 3rd the season before. We thought they might have a bit of a push this season. They're not too far off. Still a game in hand over that league leaders, but it is Prolific we're really looking at. Prolific and Heritage have got those games in hand, have got those points in the bag already. Class will need to be at their best to catch those 2 up. And that starts tonight. Their back line, we know, is massively important for them. Logan and Captain America, they are their 2 highest rated players, so that's confirmation that they are very good at the back. And of course, they've got Class Doyle up front, 7 goals, 6 assists this season. Josh Chapman is playing in Cam tonight. He also has 7 goals, 6 assists. So those 2, normally a strike partnership, sharing the load with goals and assists. But Josh Chapman is down in Cam tonight to make room for Zaddy, who, unless he's got a different name, I don't know too much about. So we look forward to seeing that man up front. Last time they were on the stream was last Thursday. This time last week, Class. It's been a little while since we saw those guys. They had a 2-0 win that night against Strenua in the VPG Esports Championship. VPG Esports Premier. They're not the championship. Which they are currently 15th. 19th place finish last season, so moving on up, I guess. Bonus Hunters, on the other hand, though, their top player is missing tonight. Cam is not playing at centre-back tonight. Their top goal scorer is a CDM. He's also not playing with 5 goals. So they've needed to bring in firepower, and that is tonight's cameraman, Pro Mika. He knows his way around the goal, and I think they're bringing him in the hope that he adds firepower to this side, where they look to be struggling if stats are anything to go by. They've got Owen Hope up front, who was quality last season when we saw him. Again, 5th place finish for those boys in the UK Premier last season. But they do not have their... Was it Only King? I think Only King was their top goal scorer last season, and he scored something like 20 plus goals. So they've had to replace him. Primal comes in, and it's a pretty good swap. It's a pretty good swap. We know all about that, man. And Matt Foot trading in CDM is probably... Talisman is probably not the right word. He's their engine room. A lot seems to go through that man, so keep a lookout for him as well. Right. Invites are being sent. Invites are being sent. I mean, we haven't really spoken too much about Class, but they're the usual. It's the usual. Hayes, yeah, no idea who that is, so it could be another player. Class have got some really, really good recruitment, so expect him to be an absolute well beater. Maigan and Wiltshire Perlo hugging those wings for Class, and I think that's when they're at their best. That's when they're at their best. Shisui Shiki comes in as well alongside Captain America. It's the stuff of dreams as far as centre-backs partnerships are concerned. Otamendi making that back three, and like I said, Logan's been on fine form. Was last season, has been this season, and him and Captain America are top 2 rated players in the whole side. So even with the likes of Class Doyle and Josh Chapman, with their 20 plus goal contributions this season, they're still keeping them out. So that tells you how good they are. No Lemieux tonight, so it is Kyger. Has to hold things down in that CDM position. From what I've seen from Kyo, he's done well. But what I will say is, I think I could sit in alongside Lemieux and look good. So tonight's a really big test for him. And the only other change is over on the bonus hunter side, where it is Killick who comes in for Zabdo alongside Matt in CDM. Right. Confirmation of an empty screen. Confirmation that invites have been sent and accepted and all that good stuff. So all we have to do is pray to the EA gods that we get in first time of asking. Nothing like a miracle. Hey, Captain America, thank you very much for joining us. The second highest rated player on that Class side, and that Class side have got some absolute ballers in it as well. Should be a good one though. Should be a good one. Bonus Hunters building from last season. We got that 22 players in as well, so we love to see. And Class just off the boil a little bit. 1 win in 4 for those boys in all competitions. Bonus Hunters 1 loss in 8, so they're the form team going into this. They are the team in the higher position in the league. Are they favourites? Answers on a postcard, please. I'm going to sit perfectly on the fence on that one. Commentary at its best. Commentary at its best. Sims is in the chat. Come on, the Hunters. Good luck to both sides. Big fans of both of these sides. Here we go then. Owen Hope kicks us off. Is Bonus Hunters in the all black. Even with the black numbers as well. So good luck with that. And it is Class in their home Malaga kit. If you're not familiar with kits, is the blue and white stripes. Otamendi exchanging passes with Heya. Happy just to put their foot on the ball. It was a Bonus Hunters kickoff, so they've got possession back early doors. Kilic, that last minute replacement for Bonus Hunters. Nobrega, very dangerous in this cam position. Gives it to Pro Micah. It's going to fall back to Nobrega. Shisui Shiki loses out. The turn in the box. There he is, though, making amends for it. And the clearance is something else as well. They'll be looking to hit this man a lot this game. He does lose out. You don't see that very often either. Normally tidy in possession. Gets his team ticking over from centre forward. Just a couple of times, Shisui has just lost possession deep in his own half. He is playing over from France. Yes, this is the UK Premier, but you can sign players from anywhere. He is over in France. Maybe a slight delay. They are the away side, of course. Again, just possibly. I might be doing players dirty here. It is the first game of 4 tonight, so if you just joined us, welcome to VPG UK Premier Games, to VPG Esports Premier Games. domestic and abroad tonight for you guys. Some absolute bangers as well. We'll go back through what games we've got after this game, but lots of bangers. Pro Mika exchanging passes with Arun, breaks into the box, goes near post where it is. Pro Mika gets the shot off eventually. I think he went for the first time. It was blocked. Come on, you Spurs. 2 tackles out of 2 against a very dangerous customer in Class Doyle. 30+ goals for him last season. Class picking up some silverware last season as well. Or the season before. It was the season before. UK Pro Series trophy. If you don't know about the LAN that's happening in the first weekend of July, do some investigating, because that's going to be a really, really good in-person event. I implore you to get involved. Class Doyle on the halfway line. The gaffer of Class gives it to Josh Chapman, who's, to be honest, in a complete free roll, which might be, I mean, for me, is an out-and-out centre forward. I don't know who they've brought in, so that might sway the decision, but giving him an absolute free roll can't be the worst thing in the world. Wilshere Perlo breaks into the box, gets the shot off. We've seen him score from some very, very precarious angles. Not afraid to have a shot from anywhere, that man. Captain America, good interception, and keeps a hold of the ball as well. Across their face of the goal it goes. Half winger with an excellent turn. Kilic does well, wins it back for the home side. Half winger's there again though. Strong contender for man of the match so far. Migan cuts inside, finds his gaffer, who cuts it across. Matt gets in the way and Jarl tidies up. It was a great interception. I don't think he could put the brakes on in time, so Jarl needed to be there. Hell yeah, into Addy. Gets the shot off, blocked by Young Jones at the expense of a corner. Good bit of pressure from Class. 27 minutes gone, 0-0. Is Wilshere Perlo, near post is on. Otamendi flicks it on. You thought he could have had a chance at goal there. Good ball from Captain America, sweeps it into the back post. Jamo clears. It's going to come straight back at them again. Otamendi stayed up from the corner. Hands it off to Wilshere Perlo. We know he's got a whip on him. It is repelled, and Pro Micah does really, really well. Tries to find that left winger. Can't find him. Hell yeah, is going to take it down. And Class going back to just settling on the ball, putting a lot of pressure on this bonus hunters side as they come out on, try and build some form of counter-attack, to be honest. They've been under the cosh for the last 5-10 virtual minutes. And here they go again. Wilshere Perlo seeing a lot of the ball in those red boots. Burst passes, man. Good football from the boys in white and blue. It's going to fall to Addy in the box. Great stop from Jarl. Point blank range. Turns it behind for another Class corner. Perlo, good ball in. Shisui Shikiad. Normally we see the knockdown when the shot is available. That time he had a shot when the knockdown was available. Shisui Shiki, though, we've seen him score a goal or two from centre back. Most recently, an overhead kick that made it into, or did it? Yeah, it did make it into goal of the week over on VPG. Suggest you go and dig that one out of the archives. Nobrega slides it through to Owen Hope, waiting for the overlap. Doesn't use it. Has a second overlap. The man's spoiled for choice. Migan will concede, and it's bonus hunter's turn to put some pressure on. Under no pressure, these two allowing the short corner. Nobrega gets into the box, swings it into the back post. Captain America is there as per usual. Migan completes the clearance, finds Ad. Down the line it goes to his gaffer. Class Doyle beats his man for pace, although there's a man tracking back. The cross comes shot, which Arun takes down comfortably. Down the line it goes, finds Owen Hope, gets it back to Nobrega. He seems to be the danger man at the moment. Pro Mika had just strayed, so we're going to come back for a Class free kick. 5 minutes left to half time. I feel like we've had a good game without chances. Let's try and change that, because there's a man waiting in the box. Pro Mika cuts back inside, does manage to beat his man, but Migan has absolutely pinched it off his toe there. Wilshere Perlo keeps it in. Good work from him. Good football from Class as well. Playing through the thirds. Off they go. Josh Chapman in cam tonight. Gives it to his gaffer, who slides it through to Addy, who gives it to Wilshere Perlo. Into the box he goes. Penalty spot, headed down. Young Jones is there, not for the first time today. completes the clearance. Shisui Shiki tries to keep it alive, can't find the blue and white shirt, and that will be half time. 0-0. Both sides just cancelling each other out, if I'm totally honest. And it's not necessarily through want of trying. I think it really just is who's going to blink first. Whether it's going to be a mistake, whether it's going to be a touch of class that's needed. We'll obviously stick around for the next 45 minutes to confirm that. But I can't see this one finishing 0-0. I think both of these sides are hungry for the win. And a 0-0, a point apiece, doesn't really do anyone any favours. Class have got the title aspirations. And Bonus Hunters, they're in third place. They're like, let's make the best of this situation at the moment. Because whilst they finished 5th last season, did they expect to be in the top 3? I don't know, perhaps so. But if they can carry on building on that, they're going to turn a lot of heads. And hey, they're there or thereabouts with what, half the season left to play? Why not? Why not? And if they want to stay there until the end of the season, teams like Class are the teams they're going to have to beat. But like I said, Class have got title aspirations of their own. Whether or not they can do it this season remains to be seen. A little bit off the pace so far, but a win here. Good football as well. Addy into the box. Hey, yes, wins it back twice, gives it to his gaffer. It's a good person to give it to. Just about. Jal makes the save, and there was a little bit of hesitancy there. They do get it clear. It's going to come straight back in though. Come on, you Spurs has done a very good number on Class Doyle so far. Not many centre-halves can say that. Pro Mika very good at holding the ball up. Gets his side up the pitch. Nobrega uses that man as a decoy. Gets the shot off. Heavy deflection. Will go behind. 2 corners apiece now for both sides. Good start to the second half. Another short corner. Well worked as well. As Owen Hope cuts inside. That Trivella was goal-bound. The dive-in header was also goal-bound. Logan and co do enough. They turn it behind for another corner in quick succession. They are loving these short corners at the moment, are Bonus Hunters. Lots of foot players in this side, so they know all the tips and tricks. It's just getting them to gel, I guess. And they seem to be doing a pretty good job so far in this game and so far in this season. 3rd place in the VPG UK Premier. Absolutely nothing to be sniffed at. Wiltshire Perlo battling away on that far side. They've got men over. One of them is the gaffer, Class Doyle, who did go down after he took that shot. Jarl equal to the shot once again, and he's going to come off his line. Young Jones, though, didn't get the shout. Perlo takes it down, and he will even the scoreline in terms of corners. 3 apiece. Good pressure on both goals at the moment. I told you it's not finishing 0-0. Otamendi into the box. Jao flaps at it. Comes to collect the second one, which was arguably harder. Sims, you're spot on, mate. You are spot on. I saw that the other day. I saw they were in 3rd in that elite. They're in Elite A, aren't they? So having a fantastic season. Fair play to them. Down the line to Class Doyle. Migan. Yeah, gives it to half winger. Steps into trouble. Arun, though, steps into even more trouble. Edge of the boxes. Hey, yes. Reds times it. It's going to find its way into the back of the net. He will not care one bit, and neither will Class. There's the breakthrough we were desperate for. It's an unlikely source with an unlikely finish. Hey, they all count. 1-0 it is. 1-0 it is. Just as we were singing Bonus Hunters praises. Right. Off the brakes. And on the accelerator now for Bonus Hunters. They got 25 minutes to do something about it. Class, though, are very, very good at defending leads. And they're committing men forward. Here's me talking about defending. Wiltshire Pose had a fantastic game. Slides it through to Addy. Gives it back to him. Edge of the box is on. There's 3 of them waiting. That's a great interception. I think it might have been come on you Spurs again. We're going to find out here. Class Doyle swings it in. Jamo to his centre-back partner, who I don't think wanted it. He got off lightly there. He got off lightly there. I don't think he wanted the knockdown. I think he did have enough time to maybe do something with it. Couldn't react, but the goalkeeper dug him out. And I tell you what, Nobrega might dig his side out here. Big finish and a big goal at a very important time in this tie. It drags Bonus Hunters back into this game. They are now level 1 apiece. The damage was done by the centre back or the CDM just coming back to help out. Inadvertently gets in the way, and Nobrega made absolutely no mistake. Smashed it home, the cam. We said he was the danger man. Maybe thought he would get an assist, but steps up to the plate with a home run. Bags it himself. Levels the tie. There's no way this game was finishing 0-0. Owen Hope gives it to Killick. The shot comes off. Logan comes to claim. Good block in the end. I think it was Pro Micah who got that initial shot. Matt gives it to Mikey down the line. Room to operate in. They go for the 1-2. Owen Hope into the box. Gets to the byline. The shot cross. Dealt with just about by half winger and Logan. The pair combining there. Jamo again wins the header against Class Door. And I think that's something that Class have struggled with. They give it straight back to him, bless them. I think that's something that Class have struggled with when Class Doyle is not getting those flick-ons. Although they've got this man who's been in inspired form tonight. Just tried a little bit too much down that far side. Owen Hope, though, looking for the through ball. Pro Micah giving him options, decides to go out wide, and the ball comes into the back. They're letting him get the flick down, and that's why Shisui Shiki knows what a ball that is. Class Doyle turns provider, slides it through to Addy's 1v1. He can't put it past this goalkeeper who has been in inspired form tonight. Another great stop from him. Bearing down on goal was Addy, and he just couldn't find a way. Class Doyle almost needed to play the through ball to himself, because we know that man's got a finish on him. It does mean scores remain. These sides are level. Is there going to be a sting in the tail for one of these sides? Hey, yes, slides it through to Wilshire Perlo. Tries to go on the outside. Again, not the right decision. Heads home, does Shisui Shiki. Where to watch Europa League? The VPG Europa League, or just normal Europa League? Because that was yesterday, buddy. Zhao goes long. Pro Mika can't make any bones out of it because Captain America is there, although he does take one for his troubles. Migan cuts back to half winger. Josh Chapman into his gaffer. Doyle, come on, you Spurs, is there again. I mean, he's making a very good case for man of the match. Matt Foot traded, is running, he's galloping through, bearing down on goal, is the goal scorer. Nobrega beats his man, cuts back. Otamendi did really well. We are into stoppage time now, just the 1 minute. They go short once again. Nobrega, edge of the box. Matt gets it into that near post. Owen is going to have to... No, he's not. I was going to say he's going to have to settle for a corner. No, he's not. Logan completes that clearance, and that is probably going to complete the 90 minutes, which, to be fair, the first half was a bit of, it was a bit tepid. The second half, absolute banger. GG's to both of those sides. Two very good footballing sides. I think Class, they look a bit more flat when Class Doyle's struggling to get his team into the game with those knockdowns, with that hold-up play. But you saw what he could do with that through ball. It's just a case of getting him the ball, which I don't think they did enough of today. Addy saw a lot of the ball. Josh Chapman saw a lot of the ball. He didn't know. And I think that's where Class probably let themselves down today. That being said, come on you Spurs, man of the match, by far. I've not seen many centre-backs really kind of keep Class Doyle on lock, and he did that tonight, so fair play. He's my man of the match. Bonus Hunters, though. Hey, they're having a fantastic season in home and Europe, so more of the same, please, and hopefully we'll get you back on as soon as possible. Third place. The only way is up. If you're a Bonus Hunters fan, hopefully. Right, I've left it on that screen for a bit too long, haven't I? Here we go. Let's move over to our second game of the night. It is Primal Esports against Focus. And just going over to the table. That's the wrong table. There's the big white table. That's what we want. England. Oh, sorry, UK. It is UK Prem. Confirmation that Primal down in 13th, Focus down in 11th. Primal actually have 3 games in hand over them and 5 points behind. I mean, you know, stranger things have happened, but we're gonna statistically, it is a basement clash. Okay, it's a basement battle. I can't not say that. Focus 1 loss in 7 on stream. 3 lots of 3-2s. 2 going in their favor, 1 not in their favor. Odds are crazy slashed on another 3-2 here. And we've seen Primal from our Pro Clubs Weekly League days. They are, as you can probably imagine, being sat down in 13th, they are organized chaos. They live for the chaos, so I can 100% see this one being a 3-2. Either way, it doesn't matter. And I'm here for it. I am absolutely here for it. If they want to play out a 3-2, then absolutely go for it. Let's bring up the team sheets then, shall we? So it is, like I said, Focus 1 loss in 7. Davis is their top rated player. He partners Jerkosh tonight up front, which I think that's where he wants to be. That's where he does his best work. Same for Jerkosh. We talk about him week in, week out. But those two together, they're both on 24 goals this season. So all you need to do is get it to the likes of Delosa, to the likes of Wigwam, and say, get up to those two, let them do the work, and we should be okay. That's what they need to do. Whether or not they do that, or they might do it but also concede 2 or 3 goals depending on which way they want to go tonight, which 3-2 they want tonight, then we don't know. It sounds so simple when I say it, of course, but Delosa, 8 assists so far for him this season. Chobnaldinho back in right midfield, which I think he played when he got man of the match in their last 3-2. He was fantastic. And another player to watch out for is their goalkeeper. Koblerone has been brilliant this season, so fair play. Mr. Salco and Hudson, they speak for themselves. They don't need me to say anything nice about them. So yeah, again, look out for those boys. Again, I did just mention Wigwam too, but it's worth bringing his name into the fold too. Very good player. He's played at some good levels too. So that was an absolute coup for Focus. It's like they've got someone really high and powerful when they make those signings. Don't know how they do it. Primal, on the other hand, 13th in this league, 17th in Europe. They're in Champ B, so the league below Focus, which I guess would make Focus the favourites going into this game, higher than them in the league and in Europe, playing a whole division above them. Worryingly for Primal, 1 win in 10 in all competitions. Their goalkeeper is their highest rated player. I think that probably, I don't need to go into any more information than that. I think that's where we're at for Focus. For Primal, I think it's very much, they're looking up the table, they're seeing Focus 2 places ahead of them. That's the only thing they need to worry about tonight, is they're within touching distance. Let's do it. And they've got Azabast up front tonight, who can get goals. He's a natural goal scorer, and we saw that season 11 for Patronus, 78 goals. Was it at the same level? No, it wasn't. But if anyone scores 78 goals in a season, you know they're a good striker. It doesn't matter what league that's in. I'm looking for Scotto. There he is, right midfield. He is their top goal scorer. I don't know if Azabast is a new signing, or if he was somewhere else beforehand, or he's just not doing stats this season. But Scotto's their top goal scorer statistically on the website with 3 goals. So that might well be one of the issues Primal have got this season. But Matty and Az are up front. They've got goals in them. It's a bit like Focus in that, can they get the service to them? We just saw Class. Did they get the service to Doyle? No, they didn't. Can he do anything without any service? I mean, he almost did twice, but it's a constant stream of making sure you feed them. And every time we've seen Focus play this season, they've managed to feed the likes of Jerkosh. They've managed to feed the likes of Davis, and they've paid dividends for it. And you know, the last time we saw Focus, it took them 1 minute 22 seconds before Davis was flying through the air with a Van Persie-esque header and putting his side 1-0 up. So I think from a Primal point of view, it's very much feed those two. If it has to be direct, it has to be direct. So be it. But get it to them, see what sticks, and go from there. I think if Matty and Azza don't touch the ball this game, I think Primal struggle. But you could also say the same about Focus as well. Their two top players are their two strikers. Statistically speaking, they are the two top rated players. So I'm not just, it's not lazy journalism. It's kind of, but it's lazy-ish, and that's what I pride myself on, quite frankly. All right, nothing else to say about the two sides because we're going into the game. What positions play with aerial plus in a 3-1-4-2 and a 3-5-2? It depends on the team. All of the centre-backs, I would imagine, and one of the strikers. Also, wingers really like it as well. Everyone has it these days. Even CDMs have got it too. Sorry, I couldn't be more helpful. Right then. We've got magic number of 22. Taylor Swift would be proud. Here we go then. Kicking us off. Our Primal in the all yellow. They are the home side for tonight. Not that it matters too much in the VPG UK Premier. And it is Focus in the all black. Attacking his goal to our left. Chubnaldinho thinks about cutting inside. His deflected cross does find its way in. Siebes is at the back tonight for Primal. Very good centre-half, actually. Did forget to bring his name up. Very good player. Capina comes back. B is there to cut that out. Now, gives it to Jeffries, who gives it to the other Jeffries. That is Azza and Matty. Delosa there, though, playing in cam tonight, and this is what he does. This is what he does. It's very underrated. It's very effective, though, as Alfie takes that ball under his spell. Good effort, left-footed from Jerkosh. Tay down the line, trying to squeeze it through. Coyote is there, though. Very balanced wide midfielder. Good going forward and defending, as I'm sure we'll see tonight. Delosa, there he goes again. You know he's looking over the top. You just know it. And like I said, it's an underrated thing. It's an underrated weapon to have in your arsenal. As is a couple of interceptions as well. Wigwam helping his gaffer out. But Ricey nips in, takes that off Delosa. And now we go. Matty on the overlap is Ash on that far side. Cuts it back to Cal. Just strayed maybe? No, he didn't. He stayed on side. But Chubnaldinho back there as Care goes long. Cal. Good football from Primal. Siebes venturing forward, looking for that through ball on a centre-back build, and that's exactly what it looked like. Delosa looking for the ball over the top, finds it. Chubnaldinho racing onto it, cuts back inside, gives it to Davis, his first touch of the game. Jerkosh pirouettes in the box. Siebes there to sweep things up for Primal. Good flick on by Azabast. Gives it to the on-rushing Tay. It's a really good tackle, to be fair. It was slightly telegraphed, but you had to be there. Wigwam, another interception for him. Over the top it goes, and yeah, the linesman saw his name in lights there, waiting to put that flag up. We'll restart at the back with Primal and Ricey. Newty. Good half press at the moment from Focus. Not committing too many men into it, but you can see them bearing down. And Primal really struggling to play through it, although the man just left that left midfielder. I mean, it worked in the end. They've got the ball back. No danger at all. Chubnaldinho is just driving through everyone like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Terminator. Down the line by Taylor. That's a fantastic ball to Ash, and he's beat the trap. Into the box he goes. First time. Scotto there. Like I said, top goal scorer and 5 goals so far this season. Looking to turn assister there as Care clears. Delosa flicks on to Pina. Gonna come straight back at them though with Ash. Wigwam comes across. Good work from him, and also draws in that foul too, although I don't think the referee actually gave it. Delosa, space to operate in. Siebes is there though. Good positioning from him, cutting out that through ball. Scotto goes long. It's 2v2 at the back. Definitely something Focus need to watch out for, although Kerr takes that down. Under pressure, but as if he was under no pressure at all. Sauko gives it back to Kerr. Davis inside, managed to find his strike partner who lays it off to the gaffer. Peanut. Jerkosh, end of the box. He's got half a yard. That's not what you want if you're a Primal player. It's going to fall back at the feet of Delosa. Gives it to Jerkosh. Good block by B. Someone's picking up a booking. I mean, maybe he didn't get away with it. Maybe it was from that tackle. That is Cal, centre midfielder for Primal. Near post it is. Flicked on by Kerr. Davis contests. Siebes with the clearance. Someone's left something on someone. It's going to go Primal's way. 15 minutes till half time. Still no goals. That 3-2 might be looking difficult, boys and girls. I can't lie. Azabas does well. Gives it to Tay. Over the top to Scotto. The first touch let him down, but he will get a throw in for his troubles on this near side. Straight back into play. Tay and Scotto trying to double up on Coyote. Ended up doubling up on themselves, and the possession turned over by Focus. 2 points. Say 2 points. 5 points. 2 places ahead of Primal in that UK Premier. Delosa to Chubb Naldino. Takes it under a spell nicely. Cuts inside. Cuts outside, but Cal and co are there. Freshly booked Cal, that is. Pride, that's crazy talk. That is crazy. Davis unable to capitalize on that mistake. You could see what he was trying to do in his defense, but it did not come off. And EA almost stitched Primal up there, but they get away with it. Good block in the end with the goal beckoning. Headed down to Wigwam. Pina tries to get it through first time. Newty finds Azza. Scotto holding it up well. Gives himself half a yard looking for that Hollywood ball. Coyotes had a lot of defending to do on this near side, and to be fair to him, he is obliged every single time. Wigwam over there again, spending a lot of time defending, almost playing as a right wing back. Kept Primal quiet so far. Azabast. The ball was not on. Not sure it meant to actually give it to him, but here is Kerr back to Sauko. Switch of ball. First time volley forward. No one on the same wavelength, but they do have to defend it. It's Ricey. Doesn't really, I was going to say, just about gets away with it. I mean, technically he does because they didn't lose possession. And that brings us to half time. It's not the barnstormer that we thought we might have, and I'll take the blame for that. I apologize. I talked it up too much. But what we do have is two teams who a draw doesn't do them any good, if I'm totally honest. Focus want to get away from that bottom two, that bottom three. They've got absolutely no intentions of being anywhere near there come the end of the season. And we've got Primal, who have got a lot of games in hands over the teams around them, the teams at the bottom of the table. But they need to exchange those games in hands for points, and they need to do it as soon as possible. And like I said, they're playing a side who are only 2 positions above them in the league. What better time than now? So a draw doesn't do anyone any good. It also doesn't do us any good as neutrals. So we'll be cheering on a goal either way. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Oh no. Oh no. This happened last time, didn't it? Yep. They're gonna have to exit. It's not great. It's not great. EA clearly have no intention of fixing this, do they? Oof. Oh, there's confirmation all the Primal boys have gone. So all the Focus boys will do the same. Luckily, it's 0-0, so we're not going to forget any goal scorer, any action, really. But yeah, Primal are getting a telling off. So I think the issue might be with them. Right, well, that gives us time to talk about the LAN event, which I mentioned in the intro to this stream. LAN event, VPG and VFL LAN event that is happening the first weekend of July. If you're in the VPG Discord server, an invite went out today about joining potentially one of the teams, one of the 16 teams that have been invited, because obviously, as you can probably imagine, if teams want to go to this event, they might have one or two players who physically can't make it, or maybe just don't want to come along. So there are a couple of spaces. So my advice is come to the event. Definitely try and come to the event as a player if you can convince one of these teams. If not, obviously come as a spectator, as a Pro Clubs Weekly fanboy. Either way, make sure you get up to that event. It's at Hillsborough as well, and it's a fantastic stadium. It's a very well put together event, and it's 2 days this time as well. So last year, just the one day. I say just the one day. It was a very long day, and this year it is 2 days. So lots and lots of games, lots and lots of action, and it's just a good excuse to just to meet up with people. So that is my plug. The VPG LAN event. If you don't know about it, now you kind of know about it. Go and do some research on it. And yeah, get involved. Right. Focus are there or thereabouts. They're missing one player. And there is one player. And we're just waiting for the invite to be sent. Whilst we do that, coming up next, Focus One Mind. In affiliation with Focus, of course. They're unbeaten in 18 games and 4th in the league. 6 points off top with 2 games in hand. It can be done. And then we've got the German derby to finish off with, boys and girls. 3rd place, 10th. Braunschweig on a bit of a slip at the moment, but Digital right up there, flying the flag for Germany. There are next 2 games after this one. There you can see. Another half for you coming up. I mean, like I said, we covered this game early on in the season. Focus versus Primal, and the exact same thing happened. Somebody obviously is not getting the memo. Shan't cast aspersions. Right then, let's do this. I pressed the wrong one. I'd say let's pick up the pace. It wasn't a barnstormer. Let's put it that way. It wasn't a barnstormer. So, fresh legs, fresh 45 minutes. We can squeeze out a 3-2 here, I reckon. Let's go. Primal have changed their kits. They didn't like the yellow, and neither did I, to be quite honest. They've gone with all red this time. Focus, though, in the all black. From right to left, which I do believe they're attacking in the first half as well. Strange that. Chobnaldinho, back sticks is definitely on, headed across by Coyote. Probably the highest up we've seen him so far this game. As Matty takes it down, gives it to B. Taylor, don't forget, was on a booking as well. I'm not sure how that works. Do not ask me how that works. Please don't, because I don't know, and I don't think anyone knows. Ugh. Right. Please don't let that happen. Please don't let it happen. It would be so controversial. Ricey. Down the line it goes to Cal. Fine striker's feet is Matty Bast. Big switch. Coyote, there he is. Basically, he's playing left back, left mid, and left wing. And doing a good job in all of those. Siebes, speaking of good jobs, solid at the back. He usually is, particularly today. Coyote can't complete the clearance. Will cost his side a corner. Probably the only thing he's done wrong He gets a shout of unlucky from... I don't know who that is, actually. Someone on his side, though. We're might find out here. Siebes was the target. Azabas gets in the way. Ricey also gets in the way. Matty Bass swings it in. Oh, I'll tell you what. Pina gets there, but only as far as Tay. I have no idea what that was. But Newty took it on the chin, quite literally. Ash, great cross into the back post where there were 2 red shirts, but Coyote is there, the man who gave away the corner originally. And here we go. It's 2v2. Jerkosh with Davis in the box waiting. Goes short to Delosa. Tried to play it first time. Davis wins it back, though. Edge of the box. Gives it to Chubnaldinho. Flip-flaps his way through. Good block by Ash, who played that ball in about 100 yards away about 30 virtual seconds ago. He got all the way back to defend that. I mean, I guess you can do that when you got full stamina. Headed down by Care. It's going to fall to Jerkosh. He goes down. Nothing given. Siebes clears. Interesting. Coyote stabs towards Jerkosh, who did manage to flick it on, but just had no pace on it at all. Scotto. A lot of space to run into. And I tell you what, in the box, if Azza can get it in early doors, as Matty Bastards there. Chubnaldinho picks off the pieces as Koblerone palms that back down. It's quite tame in the end, but Primal arguably made more in this last 18 minutes than they did that first 45. Here they go again. Azabast breaks into the box. The tackle comes in. He's gone down. It's a penalty. It was 100% there for him to go down if he wanted to. He obliged, and here we go. He gives it to Azabast from the spot. Sends the keeper the wrong way, and it is Primal. They go a goal up. They have looked good this last 20 minutes. And they get their just rewards. It's another penalty against Focus. It hasn't gone unnoticed. They do give away a lot of penalties. You could just see. Because was it Matty Bast who ran into the box? Whoever it was running off the pitch. Like, they were not going to get that down. The tackle came in. It doesn't matter if it was a foul or not. If you're going to dive in, you do give the striker that opportunity to go down. And he's going to take it. 99 times out of 100, he's going to take it. And Primal get their just rewards. Focus now. Got to take the handbrake off. And they are, because they're leaving 3 up. And they've got 5 in this attack. Delosa slides it through to Jerkosh, the danger man. Oh, what a save that is. But what a good finish it was going to be. The flag stayed down. Textbook stuff from Delosa. Finds Jerkosh. And you don't see that very often. Salco flicked on near post. Newty puts it behind for another corner. But go back to that save. It was a fantastic save. He done me with the eyes. You would expect him to put it away. A 1v1. The keeper's come for it. Parrish is there. And that is why he's their highest rated player this season. It's the goalkeeper. Keeping his side in the lead. Delosa won't want to watch that one back. High wide. Not particularly handsome. Primal from the back. We might see an increase in the Focus press. There it is, as Pina. That's the CDM pressing up high. Scotto, though, got a lot of time to pick his pass. Salco does well tracking his man. Turns on it. It's going to go long. I think we're going to see this now from Focus, and to be fair, they kind of have to. 15 minutes left to get something out of this game. Newty does well. Under pressure, still being chased down. I think this is Primal's to throw away. Because they're leaving men up as well. Fair play to them. Cal. Back sticks. Good clearance originally. Salco manages to keep it on. Keeps it alive as well. Coyote. To Delosa over the top. Not on the same wavelength though. And here comes Parrish. He's going to claim that one with ease. We are getting a bit of sluggishness from this stream. I apologize. Slides it through. Seabass is there again. Scotto loses out to Coyote, who's been fantastic all game. Minus that one hiccup, of course. Don't talk about Newty there. Cal there. Salco has joined the attack. Jerkosh takes it down. Newty. Again, a bit of a dangerous tackle. This time he does get away with it. Obviously, Focus can't say the same for their tackle. Wigwam struggling to get that one into the box. Tay takes it down. Care is there. I tell you what, that is a risky ball back to the centre-back. Maybe played that without looking. They live to fight another tail, but they have lost possession. I tell you what, that's slide rule ball to Azabast. Care had everything to do because Matty Bast was trying to make something of that. It was probably the right ball to play in. That ball to the front post, kept nice and low. Cal finds Matty Bast. Goes for the Travella Coblerone. I was going to say he had it covered there until he threw himself into the net. Wow. There are 3 minutes left for Primal to pick up 3 points here. Scotto. Back it goes to Siebes. Over the top. That's a great ball. He's been quality this game. And you can see one of the Primal strikers just waiting for the ball. He says, just win it back. Slide me right in. And the centre-back is offside. Not something you hear very often. Centre-back is offside. Focus will... They'll be wondering where this one went wrong. It's a game that could have gone either way, but they've definitely had the better chances. Pina, back post. Salco's there. If he can take it down, he can't. It just would not lock him onto it. It was a cracking ball, and Primal, a bit of a smash and grab. They had a good spell in that last, well, the first 20 minutes of the second half, and they just capitalized. They had the one chance, they made it count, and they've picked up 3 points, and it's exactly what they need. It's exactly what they need. Congratulations to those boys. Commiserations to Focus. They've lost their record of 3-2. 3 lots to 3-2. I think that's the biggest crime here. I think that's the biggest crime. Right then. Let's move on. Let's move on to two of the biggest teams on planet Earth. It is Focus One Mind taking on UK side Prolific. Let's head over and see where everyone is. Polga's not streaming tonight. That's quite a shock. It's Dilvix on the decks tonight. They've just finished their game, so they should be ready to go some point. I'll see if anyone else from One Mind is streaming tonight, because it's unusual for Polga not to be streaming. Maybe to Freezy. But there are the two teams. We'll talk about those in just a little bit. I just want to make sure I'm not missing any of the action. As Prolific are getting ready to go. And One Mind confirmation that they are getting into the lobby as well. So here we go then. I mean, let me show you the league table first and foremost. There it is in all its glory. Focus One Mind, play 20, won 13. Only lost 2 this season, as you can see their form. Other than Team GMAS, they are the form side in the league. And more importantly, they are just 6 points behind league leaders Europa with 2 games in hand. Win those 2 and they will go above them on goal difference. So I think first and foremost, that would be my pre-match team talk, also the halftime team talk, I guess. As for Prolific, now they've made it. Let's just start with the side. So they're changing their team a little bit. Okay, so what I liked about this side is that midfield 3. I'll go back onto the. I like that midfield 3. They've changed it a little bit now because they weren't getting enough goals. Look at some of the signings they have made. Right, so Benas Johnny we spoke about on Tuesday, where they did on Monday, sorry, where they did draw against Braunschweig, 1-1. They looked good. Braunschweig played themselves back into that game really, really well. Benas Johnny was fantastic. I think he was probably man of the match for me. Ladis Jr. has entered the fray. We know Ladis Jr. because we watched him at Team GMAS for 2 or 3 seasons. He then makes a shock move to PMI Esports, who we saw on Monday or Tuesday. And now he's at Prolific. I don't need to understand it. I want to understand it, but I don't. It's a great signing for Prolific, and it's a great destination for Ladis Jr. to go to. I love the signing. I love the player, and I love the team. it just, for me, it just doesn't make any sense. It just does not make any sense. I love it, and I'm looking forward to it. Crimmy and Crimmy up front, that is SJ Clay and Crimmy, of course. And in terms of Focus One Mind, like I said earlier on in the stream, they are unbeaten in 18 games, have won 8 in a row, and not conceded a single goal. So, good luck with that. If anyone can do it, it's Prolific, because Prolific are prolific. I think that's probably the best way to describe Prolific, which I appreciate makes 0 sense, but they get stuff done. They get stuff done. They've won 5 in a row themselves, unbeaten in 8, just 8. I think just 8, like it's like a walk in the park. But when you combine it to One Mind's 18, yeah, fair enough. So they're in good form themselves. It's definitely going to be a fascinating game, and it's definitely going to be one where, if you understand pro clubs and competitive pro clubs, I think this is going to be a very enjoyable watch for you. Prolific, whilst they're signing world-class players, they're also losing world-class players. In the shape of Sentinel, he has now officially left the club. He was their top goal scorer this season with 12 goals. So SJ Clay and Crimmy up top, they obviously back themselves. To keep scoring in his absence. And like I said, bring in the likes of Banas Johnny, Lattice Jr., and Kimmy Seasons. Kimmy Seasons has been on a bit of a tear this season as well. I think he's on 7 goals this season too. So they've got goals in this side, and I think the idea is that they want to take the brakes off a little bit more. They're playing now with that cam. They want to be a little bit more expansive, and my god, if they brought the players in to do that. Wiz out tonight. So yeah, just the replacement of Robbins up front. Sure, why not? Wiz is a world-class striker, and I said when we watched these boys on Tuesday against PMI, Wiz was up there with man of the match for me. Focus One Mind were phenomenal, by the way. Really, really good. Wiz was brilliant. The way he backs into defenders, the way he holds the ball up, brings his teammates into the game, was phenomenal. Normally, I would be like, okay, a striker like that, if he's not playing, I'm worried. When you just bring in Robbins, I'm like, don't get me wrong, they're going to miss Wiz, but it's a pretty good replacement. He partners 17 goals this season, striker Polga. Already beat his season tally from last season. We're only in week 4. 11 last season, by the way. Granted, he was playing in cam, but he also plays for a very good side who score a lot of goals. So I thought I'd put that one in there for you anyway. But yeah, I think the unbeaten in 18 record is crazy. It's good. It's almost season 12 Team G Mask standard at the moment, if they can carry that on. But for me, it's the winning 8 in a row and conceding no goals whilst looking as good as they are looking, because teams often go on these runs, especially the ones at the towards the top of the table, and they'll pick up 1-0s, 2-1s, etc, etc. Especially on unbeaten runs, they'll pick up a couple of 1-0s, 0-0s here and there. When you're winning 8 in a row and not conceding any whilst looking that good doing it, that spells danger. Now, One Mind are 4th at the moment, and I think it's because they had a tricky little run before that 8 in a row where they drew 2 games in a row, and I think it just took the wind out of their sails slightly. Quite clearly they're back on it now, but they are, for me, they're the side who are looking the most complete, the most accomplished, and the most fine-tuned. That being said, Prolific are prolific. I'll say it until the day I die. Prolific are prolific, and you just never know. You just never know with these boys. With the inclusions that they've made, the likes of Lattice Jr. and Banas Johnny. Yeah. It's a difficult one to call. And like I said, unbeaten in 8 themselves. Unbeaten in 5 stream games this season, which is arguably the more the more impressive record, because there's a lot of teams, and we're about to see one after this game, Digital, who have lost 3 straight games on stream. So we get a lot of stick in our DMs when teams lose and teams go on these skids, but Prolific at the moment, they're like, get us on because we don't lose when we're on. This is their biggest test. This is the biggest test, not of the season, of course, but this is their biggest test on stream. Let's see if they can do it. Let's see if they can do it. Confirmation that I've got, confirmation that I've got this blank screen. Confirmation that that's being sent across to them now. Although they have said it, I can't see it, but they've said it. Dilvix is our cameraman tonight. It's only in 720p though, so maybe I'll try and get a 1080p for you. If not, that will more than suffice, I'm sure. We've done it before and we'll do it again. I think all of our games tonight have been 1080, have been 720. I feel like just looking at the streams for the last game, Jeff does 1080p, so we'll treat you in the 4th and final game. Don't worry. Right, for now we move over to the big boys. It is the VPG Esports Premier, and it is 4th plays 8th. Don't forget, last season One Mind finishing 10th, which is unheard of. They did a big rebuild. They've come out swinging, made some massive signings, and not only are they getting the results, they look bloody good doing it. So fair play. It's going to be a good one because these are 2 fantastic footballing sides. Very excited about this one. Here we go. Match number 3 of 4 on this Thursday. I'm glad that stream quality sorted itself out. I was a bit worried there. Here we go. One Mind in the white sporting kit. From left to right, pump it in the box straight away. It's going to fall to Robbins. Francois had the goal at his mercy, couldn't get the shot off, and it was almost an early chance, an early goal for high-flying One Mind. And it is Prolific in the all-black from right to left. It is Prolific, the away side tonight. Banas Johnny gives it to Crimi, gets the shot off, deflected through to Maheda. I tell you what, a bit like Francois, the space just opened up for him there. We've had 2 massive chances in the first 5 minutes. If this is a sign of things to come, then sign me up for that. I am here for it. Festic to Stocks his feet, who's playing in cam tonight. Polga waits for the overlap, gives it to Francois. Back sticks is on. Jew with the knockdown. It's 6s and 7s, but Lattice Jr. of all people is there to complete the clearance, and Captain Crimi gets it through to our cameraman Dilvix. Keeps it alive for Prolific, but it's going to come straight back at them, he says, as Alpi clears that one. He was under a bit of pressure. He could have gone home. Chose not to. Wins it back for his side again at the cost of a throw-in. Far side, Francois. Francois, one of 2 top players, Festic and Francois, 1st and 2nd. There you go, highest rated in this One Mind side. So they're the 2 players that make this side tick. And then when you put 17 goal hero Polga up front, that's when you know you got a team. Brotini wins that back and clears into touch. Good rugby kick, if I'm honest, but throw in on the halfway line for the Italians. Banas Johnny, what a signing that is, by the way. Very classy player. To Anzi, to Alpi. Near side is Ace Scorpion. Good football from Prolific. Lets that run through to Alpi. Read that really well, did Francois. You can see it a mile off. The experience. Good interception. Gives it to Polga, looking to break past Alpi, but there's his experience shining through as well. Into striker's feet is Crimi, who gives it to SJ Clay. Slides it through to Banas Johnny, who's just playing wherever he wants. Cuts inside. Left-footed over the head of one, but Sephiroth is there to sweep up for his teammate. Banas Johnny again, playing wherever he wants. I like that. I like that a lot. Crimi tries to slide it through to his strike partner, SJ Clay. It'll be interesting to see where Sentinel goes after this. We'll try and do some digging. Polga, though, loses 2 men. Burn of pace. Man coming across as well. Brotini's done fantastically well because he actually got the wrong side of Polga. Managed to win it back though. He clearly knows what he's doing, so I'll keep quiet to a certain extent. Dilvix back to Tuanze. Building from the back, which we've seen they're more than capable of, although of course as soon as I say that they give it away. But Ask Johnny is eventually going to give it back to his opposite number. Stocks into Jew. Ladis Jr. under a lot of pressure. This one-mind press is very dangerous. Backsticks. He's not going to keep it on that far side. Look out for that. It's one of their most dangerous weapons. And I know it sounds silly, but they work the ball into strikers' feet so well, do one mind. And they give their strikers license to run at centre-backs, knowing that if they lose the ball, they still have to deal with it. And it's a really, really good tactic, actually. Other teams should definitely look at that, but you'll see it here. They're not afraid to just run at players. Like I said, there, exactly that. They'll run at centre-backs, and then they'll work off the scraps because that press is so heavy. Jew gets it back. Good 1-2 from the throw. Ace Scorpion, right place, right time, as he usually is. Ladis sends a man for a Twix, gets it down the line to Brotini. Good work from him. There's that press again. They've got to go long. It's sideways, so it's not going to hurt one mind too much, but that's their striker. That's their striker pressing the right midfielder. It's crazy. It's a really good watch. You can see De Vriese's really done his homework. He's got the team ticking over nicely, but Ask Johnny slides it through to Kimi Seasons, goes for goal. Big save from Maheda. Very good save from Maheda. First corner of the game then. And it's prolific. Crimmy can't beat the first man. De Vriese. Good 1-2 with Stocks, as it were. But Dilvix is in there. Great interception from him. We're so used to seeing him over the years playing in cam. Now he's dropped into this CDM. I just love watching him. Really, really good. He almost knows what the cam on the opposite side is going to do because he played there for so long. Robbins loses the first man, blocked on the second attempt, but it's going to fall through to Polga. Gets off to Francois from an impossible angle. He's broken the deadlock. Straight through the man and straight through the goalkeeper. Nothing either could do about it. And there is first blood to one mind. Great finish from Francois. Second highest rated player in the team. Him and Festick. What time does Ethan Holt's team play? I'm not sure I know who Ethan Holtz is. I don't think Ethan Holtz plays for Digital or Braunschweig, so... Kimi Seasons back to Zap, and I tell you what, Robbins, it's that press again. That press is really hurting them. Almost with one of the strangest goals we'd see all season. The deflection from a goalkeeper clearance. Alas, it stays at 1-0. Prolific holding on for now. Looking to get themselves back into this game. Tut steps across. He's been fantastic this season. Tuanze gives them one of their own, though. Good tackle. Steps in at the nick of time. Crimmy breaks into the box. Step over inside. Great tackle from Jew. Clearance only as far as the central centre-back. Tuanze takes it down nicely. Brotini into Banash Johnny's feet. Feet from him. De Vrese is there, gets caught on it. It's going to fall back to him. Good, much better footwork from him that time. Goes long, but I think his striker had just strayed offside. Tuanze, good ball into space. In fact, it's going to drop right at the feet of SJ Clay. One of his strengths for sure is taking that ball under control whilst under pressure, and it really helps his side move up the pitch. Swings it in. Sephiroth heads home. Cool as you like, and that's going to see us through to half-time. 1-0. To be honest, it could have been a lot more. From either side, that is. Not just one mind. Both sides have looked pretty dangerous, and both sides with I don't want to say gilt-edged chances, but both sides working the space really well in the box to have those shots, not necessarily taking them or shots blocked, but there's a lot of positive signs attacking wise for both sides tonight. And from a neutral point of view, watching that game, that's a telltale sign that there's going to be more goals. when sides are struggling to get those half chances or bits of space inside the box, that's when you know that they're going to struggle a little bit. So I have no doubts there's more goals in this. Which way they're going to go, do not ask me because I don't know. Prolific will be hoping that at least one of them, though, goes their way. Otherwise, they'll be going home empty-handed from Italy. They take on the Italian Giants. Swapped halves for this second half, so it is Prolific from left to right in the all-black, and the Italians one mind in the all-white from right to left. Festic gets taken down by the cameraman. He will pick up a booking for his troubles. Wouldn't recommend it. Wouldn't recommend it playing against a side like this. A side you know you're going to be under the cosh for a lot of the game. Zap. Zap did well. He did well, but Polga, again, he had that space. He didn't pull the trigger. Unlike him. Unlike him. Had a half a yard. Headed down. Sephiroth does well. Clears it. Into touch it goes. A Scorpion restarts us on that far side, but immediately one mind win possession back. There's that big long 90-yard clearance that all centre-backs can play in this game. And they get change out of it as well. That's why they keep doing it. I get it. Down the line it goes to Crimmy, the gaffer. What's he got in his locker? Pure pace at the moment. Swings it in. One man in the box. Could have been either person who headed that home. It doesn't matter. It's gone straight back to Maheda, who's been phenomenal this season, to be fair. And I mean, he must be. He's not conceded a goal in 8 games. Polga, 1-2 with Robbins, his new strike partner for tonight. Over the top it goes. Looking for the gaffer. Crimmy takes it under a spell. Good feet from him. Backsticks is on. He's going to take it down. Lattice Jr. Maheda has a huge save. Big, strong wrist to it from point-blank range. There was nothing wrong with that finish. The ball over from Crimmy was spot on. And Lattice Jr., how many times have we seen him take the ball under a spell and fire that home? Unable to do so because Maheda, massive, massive save. A great stop from that man. Keeps this game at 1-0 somehow. Somehow. Kimmy Seasons. Back to Alpi. Dilvix. Over the top it goes to Kimmy Seasons. Took it under a spell nicely. Thinks about swinging it in. Does swing in. Gets ahead of his man. The knockdown's there. Crimmy with a shot. Good block. It's going to fall to Banass Johnny. Festic is there, though, helping his centre-backs out. That is what he does. That's what it says on his CV. Helps centre-backs out. And it's exactly what he did there. Prolific, though, looking really, really good at the moment. But they're just missing that finishing touch. Lattice Jr., great turn from him. Dispossessed on the edge of the box. One mind camped out in their 18-yard box as things stand. Just the 3 men up because it's going to come straight back at them. And I tell you what, Crimmy's got a bit of space in the box. Gets his shot off and it's just wide. It's just wide. Nothing wrong with that first touch. Got it out of his feet on the thigh. Hammered it towards goal. That's the thing now. When you've got Maheda in goal in such good form, you feel like you need to put it even further in the corners just to beat him, and Zap comes out, claims that. Good work from him. And maybe that was in the back of Crimmy's mind there as he got that shot off, because we're used to watching that man hit the target for sure. Banass Johnny, great work from him. Lattice Jr. at the back post. A box of tricks is that man. Banass Johnny gives it to Kimmy Seasons, gets the shot off, gets the rebound as well. Lots of black shirts in there. It's going to come straight back in, so they might as well stay up. Banass Johnny out wide to Lattice Jr. Jew doing really, really well. And again, under a lot of pressure, and you can see that. Possession. Is that possession? I don't think it is, because it said 6%. I don't know what that stat was. Who knows? Banass Johnny into SJ Clay. Crimmy takes over to Kimmy Seasons. All white shirts. All one-mind players. Hands on pumps, doing what they can to stave off this sustained pressure from Prolific. And I tell you what, this is one way of doing it. It's breaking into the box. Cuts it across Dilvix. Excellent work from the CDM. Of course, Prolific are going to be pushing men forward, looking for that equalizer. They're gonna have to do risk versus reward. They're gonna have to take chances. They left a man versus 2 at the back, but Dilvix is there. Sephiroth, I tell you what, that was a lot closer than it probably looked. The keeper died for it, and EA only lets you die for it if it's pretty close. That would have been against the run of play, 100%. That would have taken the sting out of this Prolific attack. But Kimmy Seasons, a couple of step overs. Festic does fantastically well. They do manage to find one of their 2 strikers. It's Polga, holds off the man nicely. Comes back for more though, and Alpi more than happy with that. Dilvix does exceptionally well to beat that man. He's going to get it back on the return. Thinks about swinging it in. Does swing it in. Ju is there though. Has been excellent in the defensive department tonight. Basically playing a right back for the last 40 minutes. 9 minutes left for Prolific. I mean, they deserve something, but when was the last time anyone got anything they deserved in competitive 11s pro clubs? That's not how this game mode works. One Mind will know what a big 3 points this is if they can hold on. Something's happened where it's been pulled back, and One Mind won't mind that one bit. They'll be under no obligation to rush this one whatsoever. Goes short to Stocks. Heads for that corner flag. Cuts it back to the gaffer. Yep. This is what we call game management, boys and girls. From that right corner flag all the way back to the goal, to the left corner flag. Killing off a lot of time. Sephiroth, big header from him. A Scorpion steps across. Here we go then. Prolific is now or never. SJ Clay gives it to Laddish Jr. That deflection has worked so nicely for One Mind. Finds its way through to Robbins. They go long one last time. Can they do it? Prolific. They gave it to Laddish Jr. there, who was being so tightly marked that both players literally became one. Kimmy Seasons swings it in, looking for that danger man. Takes it down nicely. Gets it through to Tuanze. Backsticks is on. It's a Scorpion. Big block. Falls to SJ Clay. Bonas Johnny could have gone down. Dilvix stands it up. He heads it towards goal, and that is going to be time. One Mind. They got the goal, and then they sat back in. That is how important this 3 points is to them. Prolific on any other day not only would have won that game, not only would have drawn that game, they would have won that game. You can see there the stats. Prolific will be scratching their heads. How did they not get anything out of that game? But like we said, boys and girls, and we're going to see if Crimmy's got any sense, he'll show us this big save. He's not going to. Is he going to show it? Yeah, please show it. This is the save of the season so far. Oh, he did save it. No, I'm thinking of the one from Laddish Jr. The one from Laddish Jr. is insane. No idea how that one got through, boys and girls. Absolutely no idea. We should make this a thing, though, that they show highlights after every game. It is what it is. It's got through that near post somehow. Hey, commiserations to Prolific, but congratulations to One Mind, because is that form of champions? Is that form of champions? And I've just realized that Prolific's record on stream is now gone, and that I'm upset about. 6 games, 1 defeat. Sorry, boys. It had to go at some point, didn't it? And we said that was going to be their biggest test for that record. It proved to be. It proved to be. Confirmation there. Digital just finishing up a 0-0, unless they score in literally the 91st minute, which they're not going to. It is Digital taking on Braunschweig. Braunschweig are ready to go. And Digital are just finishing their game, so we've probably got about 2 or 3 minutes to go around the houses here. Braunschweig, last time we saw them was Monday, so didn't have to wait too long to see these boys again. That was a 1-1 draw against Prolific, who we've just seen what they would have given for a 1-1 draw there. My God. Not a great first half, actually. I don't think they'll mind me saying. Played themselves back into that game really, really well. And another goal from Leandro, by the way. I do have a note about that. It's three goals on stream this season for Leandro. I think it's 3, maybe 4 games. 3, maybe 4 games. Either way, that man likes to score on stream, so look out for him. Even when he played centre back. Kuchen Roll is my man to watch. I didn't need to write it down, but I wrote it down. 12 assists this season. Didn't get in the start of the season. I'm not sure if that was availability or whatnot, but Blickbert misses out once more. Blickbert is a world-class cam, by the way. Kuchen Roll has stepped in, and to be honest, he's been one of the best players for Braunschweig this season, or at least on the streams. So he's my man to watch. The return of Gok, who I think they missed on Monday. He partners Kriachora up front, and Kriachora and Gok both had 21 goals this season. And a big shout out as well. I did say Clade stepped in for Gok on Monday. Did he have the best of games? No, he didn't. But who plays well every single game? Clade, I feel like, you know, when you play Football Manager or you play FIFA and you've got 3 world-class strikers but only 2 spots. So you end up playing one of those strikers somewhere else because he's too good to leave out. I feel like that is what they've done here. Clade is too good not to get in this team, but he is a striker. And his return this season, 11 goals, 7 assists. You kind of have to play him. So he gets in tonight in left midfield. It's a good problem for Braunschweig to have. It just means they've got goals across that front 5, basically, because Leandro scores whenever he wants and Kuchen Roll. To be honest, I think it's the only thing missing from his game is just adding some goals, but with 12 assists. Clearly he's doing something right. Digital, on the other hand, they are probably not going to be best pleased about being on stream tonight because they've lost their last 3 on stream. And I tell you what, I think they've only lost 5 this season. And we've been here for 3 of them. So they'll be looking to change that. I think they'll be looking to change that. No Albo tonight, so Jay steps in at central defensive midfield. Other than that, it is business as usual. Again, the usual suspects. We've got Aragold playing in cam. He is the highest rated player in the whole entire league. And then Zambia's 3rd highest rated player in the whole league, and Sanji is 5th highest rated player in the whole league. So Digital are 3rd in the league, so you would expect their players to be up there in the rankings. They also play really, really good football, so you'd expect them to be up in the rankings. Of those 2 losses, we saw 2 poor Digital performances, and they won't mind me saying, I think they'll agree with me, and I feel like myself and Digital have been on a very, very long and emotional journey where I've seen them so many times play really, really well and not get results, and now I'm seeing them play not so well and also not getting results. So we're at that point now in the league where they're sat in 3rd place, and I genuinely think tonight, I mean, they just drew 0-0 against, I think it was Strenua, who are towards the bottom of the table. They're not going to be best pleased about that. Games like this are going to define whether they finish in that top 4 or whether they finish 10th, 12th. It is how it is. It's how it is. They've got the firepower to do it for sure. D the G is on 26 goals this season. Cav is on 18 goals this season. 1 loss in 6. I guess that means 1 loss in 7 now with that draw in the last game. But that loss, of course, we were here for it. They got beat by Rote in the other German derby. That was a 4-2-er. What we'd give for a 4-2-er tonight? Well, I mean, both sides have got the, like I said, both sides have got the firepower to do it. Look at Kriachora and Gok. That partnership's worth 42 goals. D the G, it's worth 44. That was me doing maths. That's embarrassing. I thought it was going to be the same number. 44 plays 42. So lots and lots of goals. Why not? Why not? It's literally the last game of the week. It's the last game of the stream. Let's do it. Do it for the neutrals. Do it for the neutrals. Braunschweig, on the other hand, 1 win in their last 5. So they're on a bit of a freefall down the league at the moment, which we don't like seeing, because they're a very good side. And they're one of the very few sides who when I speak to other players and other managers, they have a lot of compliments to say about Braunschweig. And I feel like that is when you know you've made it in pro clubs, when other teams are like, yeah, fair enough, they're a good side. That's Braunschweig, and I think people just know they're a good team. So the free fall, they had a very, very good start to the season. The free fall, look, they're a newly promoted side. Yes, they've played at a high standard before, but I don't think they're expecting to come in and win this league, because I don't think anyone is really expecting to win the league. People want to win the league, but no one expects it because the standard is so high. But I think they'd be disappointed with their form in the last couple of weeks. So they'll be looking to turn that round as well. No idea how they got on in the first game. The ball's going to fall to Gok's feet, Zambi. And I got you a game in 1080p as well. You're welcome. Save the best till last. Right, it is, if you were wondering, Braunschweig in the all black from right to left. Digital in the all white, headed down to Creatura, takes it under a spell. Oh, the goal was gaping. Cruz, I know it was offside, but what a massive save that is early doors. And a bit like Maheda in the last game, just put that seed of doubt in the striker's mind, and it might pay dividends for the rest of the game. Whilst it didn't count, you might still put that seed of doubt in the back of the striker's mind. Let's see. Dreschk into Sanji. Calvin, Neymar on the overlap, gets the shot off near post. There's the finish, and there's the goal. Neymar Jr., excellent finish at that near post. Puts his side a goal to the good early on. That's exactly what Digital need. Exactly what they need. 0-0 in the last game. Up steps Neymar Jr. We know he loves a goal. We know he loves a goal. Doesn't matter if he's playing right midfield. He'll still get you one. There he goes. Digital trying to lift the curse. 3 straight losses on stream. Braunschweig just trying to stop the rot at the moment. Free falling down that league. I mean, architects of their own downfall because they had such a good start to the league season. It's almost impossible to keep that going at such a high standard in this league where you've got killers. You know, every other game is going to be a world-class team, if not every game. And Digital would like to think they're a world-class team. I don't think they're far off at all. Creatura beats his man on the outside. Sanji is there. Composure from Sanji. Gives it to Suso. I don't think he really wanted it in the air. Just about skips past his man. Gives it to Jay, who's in tonight for Albo. Zambi down the line to the man that originally won the ball back. So good work and movement from him. Here's the goal scorer. Cut out, but Rage Aragol wins it back. Zambi. Good feet from him too. Calvin. Great turn. Digital just happy to keep the ball at the moment, and they're very good at doing it. When they're a goal to the good, they look like the best team in the world. Through ball to Mr. Digital himself, D the G. San can't complete that clearance, so he goes and actually tackles the man he gave the ball away to first time. And Gok slides it through. You've got to look out for these two. Creatura, not only 21 goals, 13 assists as well. I appreciate that was Gok who played the through ball, but quite the strike partnership between those two. Like I said, worth 42 goals this season. And we're in week 4, halfway through the league. Dreschk. Shades, good tackle, but it's going to fall at the feet of Junior Neymar, the goal scorer. San is there. Goes long, trying to make something of it. Was the centre forward, but Suso comes a long way. Creatura cuts back inside. Rage and Co are there, and Digital win it back. Turning over the ball a lot at this Digital side, and I think that will make D the G very happy. Leandro with the acrobatic clearance. I like it. It went about 4 yards, but acrobatic nonetheless. Got trying to get it through to Creatura. Jeff takes it under his spell. Instead of going home, goes long. Junior Neymar's dug him out there. Done well to keep that in and keep possession for his side as well. Digital in the ascendancy at the moment. In no rush thanks to that early goal from the right midfielder, Junior Neymar. Rage, edge of the box is Jay. Gives it to Dreschk. Pirouettes into the box. Gives it back to Jay. Changed his mind. Dreschk into Calv's feet. There was 5 black shirts around him, but it's going to fall to Dreschk. Fakes the shot, comes across. Trissy will have to concede the corner as it's drilled off his shins. Good start to this game, to be fair. 31 minutes in. Headed across, went like a bullet. Creatura lays it off to Kukenroll, looking for assist number 13 of the season. But once again, one of the centre forwards for this Braunschweig side had strayed offside. So it goes straight back to digital. And I think if I'm a Braunschweig player at the moment, I'm asking my manager what he wants us to do about this digital possession in their own defensive third. Do they want to press, or are they happy for them to have it? And at the moment, they seem happy for them to have it. But how many times have we seen this season a team just fade off into the sunset, having conceded an early goal and not really cooked anything up for the rest of the game because they've not tried to really get the cogs turning in terms of turning the ball back over. Dresch into Aragold. It was a good initial turn. He lost the man originally. Sang goes long. I don't think that's what Braunschweig need at the moment. They're not getting any change out of this back three from Digital. Not many do either. Trissy, good interception. Fires it off his man, so it's going to go straight back to Digital via Sanji. Everything Digital at the moment. Dresch into D the G's feet. Treo loses out, blocked by Trissy. Trey onto the edge of the box. The goal scorer already got a goal to his name, trying to just pirouette through the heart of that Braunschweig defense. Oh, nearly did so. Got all the way to the very last man. Access denied at the last minute, but Digital coming in again. Sanji. Neymar does manage to get through to Jay. Dresch, eye of the needle stuff. D the G works half a yard. It's going to... We said this in the last game. There's a lot to be desired when you get the ball down and just play positively and just it's offside and just go through the heart of the defense, because 9 times out of 10 you'll get yourself some kind of ricochet, some kind of blocked clearance or a half tackle that you can try and work something from again. And Cruz wanted half time. Cruz needs those orange slices, fires it into Rosette so he can get his side in. It's a great lookalike as well. Fair play. 1-0 it is then to Digital. That early goal from Junior Neymar. Digital worth the lead, if I'm totally honest. Braunschweig, a bit like the game on Monday against Prolific, struggled to get themselves going in that first half. And if this game is going to be anything like that game against Prolific on Monday, they'll come out of the traps flying in this second half. And to be quite honest, they're going to need to, because the way they're sat off Digital at the moment plays into Digital's hands very, very nicely. They are a side who can keep the ball. They are a side who, if you let them build from the back, they can hurt you. I think they struggle more when they're being pressed heavily, as do most teams, to be fair. But I think that's how a lot of teams have got a lot of joy against this Digital side previously. I mean, just go and watch the game on Tuesday. Not if you're a Digital fan, obviously. Do not watch the game. Was it Tuesday or Monday? Either way, a 4-2 defeat against fellow Germans, which maybe Braunschweig can take some inspiration from, because it was 1-0 at halftime and that ended 4-1. So, or 4-2, sorry. Junior Neymar back defending, goes long. D the G does fantastically well to get something on the end of that. It's not going to fall to a white shirt. Instead, Clade plays it through. Great knock into Creatura. Back post is lurking. Leandro almost keeps the streak alive. Cannons off the crossbar. Wow. It's fantastic play from Braunschweig. Maybe they're just second half merchants. Maybe they just don't like the first half. They save up all their stamina for the second half, but they've come out of the traps flying at the moment, and here they go. The man who hit the crossbar, the man who loves to score on stream. 3 stream goals so far this season. I mean, it's not only the 3 goals, it's the 3 goals, and each of them were on a different stream. You'd love to see it. You love to see it. He's not a striker either. He's a wide midfielder and did play centre-back for one of those games as well. I genuinely think, don't get me wrong, he wants to score in this game because he wants to get his side back into the game. But I do think he'll be upset if he doesn't score because it's on stream. Inches away. Cal does well. Forces the man to take him down. And there's the first booking of the night. Don't know who it is. Maybe Kukenroll? Purple hair. I don't know why I looked at my other screen as if it was going to show me all their faces. Who's got purple hair? We'll try and work that one out for you. Jay into Sanji. Goes long. The lockdown wasn't there because Leandro is there instead. Kukenroll on the turn. It's not him on a booking. One of the centre halves, actually. Phantom free kick. So that means Braunschweig get it back on the halfway. I had no idea what that was for. They won't care. San. Over the top it goes. A bit too straight. And again, the black shirts of Braunschweig just stepping off Digital. And I think they need to change that. Digital under no pressure at the back so far. Don't get me wrong. When the balls come into here, Braunschweig looked really good. But a little bit more press here. Exactly that. Exactly that. Lose the ball. Try and win it back immediately. And another foul. And another booking it will be. This time it's the skipper, who I do believe is Sam. It's stopped telling us. EA have stopped telling us who gets booked these days. They have truly just given up on this game, haven't they? They really have. Oh. Digital once again. More than happy to keep the ball. They will take a 1-0 here all day. They're a side who played such good football for so many seasons and didn't get the results that their good football deserved. That now they're in the results business. They've realised that results means prizes. And they just want results. Especially as they're on that skid of 3 straight stream defeats. Oof. Sorry, boys. Sorry. They are 23 virtual minutes away from changing that, though. Which I'm sure they won't be thinking about. But after I tell them, they'll be thrilled about it. Jay into Aragol. Great football from the Germans. Edge of the box. Dresch gets the shot off. Blocked by Leandro. It's going to come straight back at them, though, with Sanji. Gives it to Jay. It's just the CDMs on the edge of the box. That's not who you want it to fall to. There is a man you want it to fall to. Cav, but he cannot make Braunschweig pay. Living dangerously are the boys in black. They've got 20 minutes to change their fortunes here. 10th place in the league on a bit of a free fall. Gok, who's been quiet by his high standards. Leandro loves a goal. He green timed it. It's gone wide, though. I'd say he's getting closer. He's actually getting further away. But once again, he seems like the most likely to break this deadlock for Braunschweig, which is odd for me because they've got 3 strikers on the pitch who have been quite quiet today. Headed down by Clade. Kriachora picks the ball up, gives himself half a yard, gets himself and his team a corner. 15 minutes to go. Squeaky bum time. When do they chuck the kitchen sink at this Digital side? Because so far they have not done that. They are still in this game at 1-0 though, so there may be method behind the madness. D the G picks it up for Digital. The gaffer holds the ball up, wasting valuable Braunschweig time. Sanji. Jay. Out wide to Dresch. Got a bit of space, should he choose to run into it. And once again, we are seeing some good game management. Cav to Sanji. Jay. Cav. Digital patient at the moment. Not pressing the matter too much. He says that as Cav gets the ball 2 feet. Takes the man with him. Shades also goes down. Absolute chaos. Kukenroll takes one as well. That might get pulled back. It doesn't get pulled back. What do I know? The referee's just letting them do whatever they want now. It's the last 10 minutes. Whatever goes in the last 10 minutes. No holds barred. Let's go. Straight shootout between these 2 sides. Sanji does extremely well because there were 2 Braunschweig players bursting onto the scene there. Running the man, wasting some more valuable minutes. It's the CDM in the corner. I don't think it's where he particularly wants to be, but he's done amazingly well. People are getting booked. Of course they are. I think that's booking number 3, maybe 4, 3. Either way, quite a few for a competitive pro clubs game. Drop-ins, not so much, but competitive, absolutely. Ball comes in then. Back post is on. Trissy is the man who defied all odds there. And look at that. They've got 1 player up front against 4 digital players. That's where I'm thinking kitchen sink time. Because that's not even... Oh, well, Gok's done well here. I'll stop what I'm saying before I make a fool of myself. Creatura deflected, goes through to Cruz, who, don't forget, made that massive save in the first 5 minutes. Don't get me wrong, it didn't amount to anything, but again, he's not been troubled since. It's all psychological. But yeah, what I was saying is it's hardly kitchen sink. It's not even kitchen sponge. It's flat. It's flat from Braunschweig. They won't mind me saying, because they set the standard so high so early on in the season. They'll be disappointed not just with the result, but with the performance as well. I think if they'd pressed this digital side a little bit harder, don't get me wrong, they're unfortunate Leandro hitting the crossbar, but it is going to be confirmation of that 3 points for Digital Esports. 1-0 winners against Braunschweig in the other German derby. 3rd place Digital make up for that last game. They drew 0-0 against a lowly Strenua side, and they pick up all 3 points against 10th place Braunschweig, who once again are on a bit of a free fall. 1 win in their last 5 before they kick the ball tonight. So not great reading for those boys, but if anyone can bounce back, I mean, just go and have a look at their 11. Go have a look at their squad, actually. Their squad is amazing. I said at the start of the season, they got one of the best squads in the whole entire league, in the whole entire VPG pyramid, clearly. Just need to... They need to... There's a couple of things they need to iron out, but expect big things from them in the next 4 weeks. I think they'll be on the up. Take the weekend off, boys. Take the weekend. Watch this game back, obviously, because we want the views. But yeah, assess, reassess, and go from there, because they're a good side. And like I said, when you've got managers from other teams saying what a good side they are, I think that's probably the best compliment. Better than me sat here telling you how good you are when you've just lost a game of pro clubs. Take it from other managers who know what they're talking about. Right, that is done and dusted. VPG week number 4, season number 14 is done. If you have not already subscribed to this channel, please make sure you do so right now. Also like as well, because algorithm, all that kind of jazz. And when you finish doing that, make sure I'm going to tap the right side. It's all flipped on my side. Yeah, there it is. Pro Clubs Weekly YouTube channel. Go and subscribe to that as well. Keep the love going for all things competitive pro clubs. Please do join us on Monday and Tuesday next week. No Thursday stream, so make sure you get your Pro Clubs Weekly / VPG stream in on the Monday and Tuesday, because we won't be there at the back end of the week like we normally are. And then after that, it's business as usual. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, as per usual. Thank you very much for tuning in, boys and girls. It's been an absolute blast. Another week down, and we'll be back here same time on Monday. Cheerio.